Hey everybody, this is going to be your video tutorial on the Burpee Tabata. This has been one of my favorites so far. We're going to have a little bit of cardio in there, raising our heart rate up and down, and a lot of strength, working your core, abs, and a lot of triceps in our planks and things like that. So just a reminder of what a Tabata is. You're doing 8 sets of each exercise, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, resting 30 to 40 seconds in between the exercises. And this is again an 8 exercise Tabata. So after the 4th exercise, you'll be taking a 1 to 2 minute break. That's where you get some water. We jump into the burpees after the 4th exercise, so you'll really want to make sure you're rested up for those. And we'll get started. The first exercise here is going to be a scissor kick leg raise. You're going to start flat on your back, hands next to you on your sides or up under your booty. Again, on this, as all of our other ab exercises, the further under your hands are, the easier, and the further out, the more of a challenge. You'll be raising your heels up off the ground, pointing your toes, and you're just going to scissor kick as you raise your legs up and down. So I like to count 1, 2, 3 up, and 1, 2, 3 down. You won't ever touch your heels to the ground in this exercise. You'll just be going nice, even up, and nice, even down, keeping all the muscles in your legs up through your core nice and flexed. The modification here is just to keep your legs raised up off the ground and do regular scissor kicks in just a static form, or you can do leg raises. Just remember in the Tabata, you're doing the most challenging exercise you can until you burn out, and then you're modifying down. Next exercise is going to be a rotating low plank. So you'll be down in your low forearm plank, hands flat on the floor, elbows directly underneath your shoulders, nice tight core pulling your belly button up towards your spine. And you're just going to rotate your hips left to right, touching them down to the ground. Nice, easy breathing. Be careful here not to pull your booty up to the air in between these. You want to stay in a nice, tight, flat plank all the way through. Modification here will be just to hold that high plank, or you can go down on your knees and hold here. Next exercise will be a bridge toe tap. You're going to be back in a bridge motion here, hands pointed toward where your toes are pointing, and you're going to lift your hips up off the ground. The higher your hips are, the more of a challenge this is going to be. The lower you sink, the easier. So you're just going to lift your hips up, and you're going to raise each hand to touch onto your toes, back and forth, breathing, nice, tight core. Again, as you sink your hips lower, it's easier. If you start to get really tired, you can put your bottom on the floor, and you can just touch back and forth like this. Next here is going to be your bicycle kicks. You will probably recognize this exercise from previous Tabatas that we've done, but you'll just be down on your back in the crunch position, hands behind your head. Remember, being really careful that we're not pulling on our neck here. So if you feel like that's a tendency, you're going to just move your hands out towards your ears. You're going to pull your opposite elbow to your opposite knee and then kick out straight with the other leg. Let muscles all the way flexed through and lifting your shoulder blades up off the ground for the full exercise. Just back and forth, nice controlled motion. This one, you want to go slower if you're feeling like you can't control those muscles. Go faster if you can do the controlled. But you don't want to go too fast and start getting wild legs. Nice controlled motion. The next here is going to be the burpees. So I'm going to show you several different versions of a burpee, and you can pick which one you can make it through the whole Tabata with. Again, just a reminder, start as high and as difficult as you can and work your way down as you wear out. The point of the Tabata is to burn those muscles up so you're completely exhausted. So the most basic burpee is going to be, you're just going to drop down, hands flat on the ground, kick your feet out, jump back in, and hop way up towards the sky. So a nice fast motion, up, out, in, and up. A more difficult version of this is the bodybuilder burpee. You're going to go down, out, you're going to jump your feet out in a plank jack, back in, out of push-up, feet in, and straight up. So the faster version of that, down, out, jack, in, push-up, up, in, and jump. And then if you have any joint problem in your knees, any impact issues that are bothering you, the modified down version of this is you're going to go down, step out, out, in, and up. Down, out, in. Okay, so now that your heart rate is up there, we're ready to go into the final stretch of our Tabata here with the last 3 exercises. First, we're going to be doing alternating leg lifts. You'll be down on your back, Hands to your side, and you're gonna lift your heels up off the ground. Again, on this one, your heels will never touch the ground. You're just gonna be back and forth with your toes pointed, lifting one leg up and down, up and down. Nice and easy breathing on this one. Pause if you need to in between. If you can, keep all those muscles tight and just do a nice fluid motion. Okay, so next we have jump rope. This is gonna bring your heart rate back up. You're just gonna be pretending like you've got an invisible jump rope here. If you have one, absolutely just use it, and you can do your jump rope through here. If you don't, no big deal. Just hopping up and down, right in place as fast as you can. You're gonna be on the balls of your feet. Your heels should never touch the ground. Not much bend in the knees, just a nice low impact hop off of your toes and the balls of your feet. And then the last thing we have here is a low plank, and you're just gonna hold it on that forearm, low plank, nice tight all the way through your body, holding it through those sets. If you want to up the challenge here, try to hold it through multiple sets. A nice way to start that is to do 50 seconds at a time. So you'll do 20 through the 10-second rest, 20, and then take your following 10-second rest all the way through. Modification down is to be on your knees. Just remember, on your knees, you want to keep your hips low and keep everything tight. You don't want to be up like this. You want to have nice low hips and be in that good form. And that will do it for the Burpee Tabata. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Thank you.